All right, so in this video today, I will be reviewing the Fusion AI, and I'm just going to just share some tips, tricks, just how it works and how to use it on the charts effectively. So one of the things that the Fusion AI does is that it'll put these buy and sell signals that you'll see on the subchart there on the inputs. But more importantly, how does it exactly do this? How does it score um, and give out a buy or sell signal? And so essentially what it's doing is it's looking at MACD. So it's looking at the EMA, the slow EMA, the smoother of MACD, the RSI, and then we also have moving averages. And so if you know a little bit about some of these indicators, whenever you see strong momentum to the upside or downside, you're gonna see these drastically move up or down. And so what we're doing here is we infuse all of these together and we make a score, right? And so we put it into a score. And so essentially what we're doing is now what we want to do is we want to see the score go up. But we want to, for a buy signal. So if you see it go up, that indication that there is a strong score right here. So see this right here. This is this candle right here. This is actually the momentum was going up. Everything, all of those combined were going up. They were strong, and so that is a good indication that is going to continuation. It's going to be a continuation, and you can see right here how it levels off. You can see the score go all the way back down here. And so we need to have this isn't enough. This isn't enough. To really get into a sell signal. But when you start to see this, when you start to see it go sideways, you do see these scores drastically go down. And so I like to use it honestly, usually around the hourly time chart. And in particular, you could use it on. So right now, I'm actually watching Ethereum, and this was a really interesting thing that happened back here. We actually had a couple really high scores, and as it continued to push up. So we did go. We have been kind of flat here, and you can see how it has also flattened out. But the score is starting to go up a little bit here. So we did actually have a nice little dip right there. And so you can actually, you can, you know, the reason why, because a lot of the times, you'll see an RSI, right? RSI goes down, and then you can kind of look for a bounce or this or that. So I really wanted to try something different with this scoring system, which essentially, if it goes up, you want to buy into that momentum essentially. And so kind of different. It's a different way to look at something, especially because we're all kind of trained to look at RSI as like, okay, if it's up here, it's oversold. If it's down here, or if it's up here, it's overbought. If it's down here, it's oversold. And so that's kind of a different way to look at it. And we're just applying, the score to that. So yeah, so that's kind of exactly how that works. We haven't really had a drastic sell until this right here. So yeah, you can see that momentum on Ethereum. You can see this momentum right here. It is essentially these big candles right here. It's going down, down, down. So you can see that big, strong momentum down there. And that indicates on the chart that there is some strong, selling pressure with some of these common indicators. And again, these are all common indicators you can find. You can see exactly how it works if you're into some nerdy stuff. You can see exactly how it works in the code here. We did release that. We opened it up, and so if you find something a little bit that can make it a little bit better, let us know. Or you could tweak it, add a little, a couple more extra filters to it. We designed these tools for you guys, and just to kind of give you we attempt to give you an edge, whether it is with a indicator, what is with, what we're putting out on our Telegram or in our YouTube, whatever we'll put out there. We're trying to have some helpful tools, and you can actually see this right here. So this is actually a really interesting thing that happened, because it did come back up to the median line. But this was a strong breakout right there. So that actually was a nice, that was a nice little if you go over to the Ethereum chart and you saw this and you saw the score was all the way down there, plus that breakout, I mean, that's a really interesting thing. So, yeah, that's a nice little breakout right there. So again, you can use this on lower time frames. You can use this on higher time frames. I've been checking it out on crypto. You can do stocks, and essentially what it's going to do is like I said, it's going to infuse all of those indicators. And so all these great indicators, a moving average, RSI, the MACD, and honestly, we could add more in here. We really could. But that was kind of the idea of this, is to add a lot of these great indicators that all you guys know, or most of you maybe that are watching this know, and they're very common indicators. They're very common things that traders love to use, and so why not combine them and see if we can get something that actually makes sense on the chart? And so that's kind of how we do it. And yeah, you can adjust all these settings. You can do it differently, make it look a little bit different if you want. But that's kind of the idea of Fusion AI. And yeah, so if you want other great indicators, if you want other great systems, we have tons of them. We got the TriTrader, and so this is actually TriTrader on Ethereum. So this was actually a couple signals here. Boy, it wanted to push down. I actually mostly use it on the 15-minute. But you can see TriTrader right here. It'll paint a triangle on the chart, and then this will be the target right there. So this is 15-minute on Ethereum, and this was actually a really nice one right here. So here's a nice little triangle. You see that right there. Beautiful triangle setup, and then boom to the upside. So if you are interested in that, make sure you go ahead, check that out, try it out. TriTrader is one of my favorites. It is one of our members' favorites too. It's been doing really good. But yeah, you could combine that with maybe even the this tool, this Fusion AI. You can see it right here how. So this would have been our signal right here. So not a ton with Fusion AI. But I guarantee you, and I could probably go and back test some of this, if we find that we have a Fusion AI signal plus this a little breakout, and actually we saw that on the hourly, in fact. So it would be interesting to see combined tools, because I really like the bagos. Think about this, right? So you would have MACD, RSI, moving averages, all that great, all those great in one place, plus a triangle breakout. So that's pretty interesting. So anyways, I thought this was, I just wanted to run this through, a quick little video for you guys. And if you have any questions, please contact us at support@findbettertrades.com.